Hello everyone, I hope you are all well. So this reading will cover Cassie and some Kim Porter questions, and also if you're a Patreon watching this, one of you asked me about Naomi Campbell, and I've got no idea about her, but I'll pull some cards on the next session for patrons. So thank you for paying attention to that. But if you wanted to add a little bit more, because I guess I'm not in with the juice. Okay, so you should have seen the previous two parts and then the third part with JLO. How did you find that? That's interesting. The cards just fell then, and the card has a bit of chalk on it. Oh no. Well, Cassie wanted this deck, not the other deck. Oh. My card has some black now on it. Okay. So we are doing Cassie today and some questions. And I'm thinking to do one with 50 Cent and then questions again. Okay. So you would have seen the one with Oprah. Sorry, the one with JLO. I did mention Kim before. And you know, I looked up to see in terms of JLO and Diddy's relationship when it was, and what I understand. Okay, I haven't looked up. It's hard. This is why sometimes I don't look it up, because you can get the wrong information. Diddy and JLO dated for 2 years. It might be under or just over. I don't know the exact date. In between when Diddy and Kim broke up, but then they reconciled and got together just for a short period of time. So I think that was the energy I was picking up on. I think the energy between those cards, did you see them? What do you think about that? I don't know, you might have commented by the time you see this. Very interesting. Now, in the last one, I also got she was really worried about one of her sons. Not like she's not worried about all of them or all of her children, but she's worried about, okay, so who she have? Like, he's got 7 kids. And I thought I'm so confused. There's 2 older sons, isn't there? They're Kim's. There's one of those 2 older sons she feels not more for, but maybe he's a bit more sensitive, or he's, what's the word, Kim? It's not he's not like his father. There's something around that though. It seems like, and then she's got the 2 girls. Wasn't there 5 that she has with Diddy? Is any of these stepchildren like... Anyway, there's one of the sons, and I think there's one that is clearly... Not clearly because he's favoritism or anything like that, like the father, or connected more to the father. And there's one not so much. And I think that's the one she was bringing to me last time. Okay. I don't know who the 5th kid is though, although, you know, recently I was told there's 7. So I think the last 2 are from someone else. But is there a 5th from Kim K? Anyway, subscribe, like, share, comment. You can join members. You can join Patreon. Tier 1 is a gratitude, but I'm giving a lot more at the moment. Even in Tier 1, you get an exclusive early accesses where I've put, because I don't like to promise. I prefer to under promise and over deliver, which is not good in life, by the way, especially when you're dealing on YouTube. Okay, so look at this. It's annoying me. I haven't got a tissue next to me. Oh, 1 minute, 1 minute. It's doing my head in. 1 minute. Let's go into this. Right. Oh. You know, I was actually told to take the card that was at the top here, and I think it's 2 cards back. Anyway, I'm going to take... No, Spirit is saying this one. Wow. Wow, everyone. Wow. Straight off the bat, Cassie knows so much more, like a lot more. A lot more. They were together for years, wasn't they? Because there was something about why hasn't he married her. And I wonder why he never married, actually. Did he marry anyone? That's really strange, isn't there? There's something there. And 2 cards straight out the bat. You know, his thing in relationships come backwards, don't they? They come reverse. Look at this. Very strong cards, by the way. I told you that their dynamic will be stronger than JLO. I felt it. So Cassie has a lot more that she knows about the relationship with Diddy. I think also she was the one to call it quits. I'm not quite sure. I think he regretted not proposing or not moving forward on a marriage with Cassie at the time of the end. Like, she might have said to him, I was waiting for so long to get married, maybe also to have kids, I don't know. And she broke up with him. And, you know, he's got a lot of heartache that he hasn't yet realized he has. And I think in this relationship, that was very present in him. So I wonder if Kim P, disclaimer, this for entertainment purposes only, please use your own fact finding and discernment. I wonder if Kim P was she expired by the time he started dating Cassie? Because of him not being able to let go of whatever heartache or hurt or grief that is here, there was an abuse of power. He wasn't accepting loss in his life, something, and he also found it difficult to accept the end of their relationship. And he couldn't see the part he played in the relationship again. He couldn't see the part he played in the relationship. And there's abuse of power here. Here again, I see that he had things going on where he needed to heal, but I feel like he felt the end with Cassie was very difficult. Let's pull some more cards. I'm not talking their energy now, okay? I'm talking at the time of the relationship. 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Oh, see, he sees her as his Queen of Wands here. He had a lot of passion for her. 8 of Pentacles. He liked he liked having her with him. Like, he liked the recognition. So, you know, Cassie is beautiful, isn't she? So he liked that. He also really helped her in her career. Now, interesting enough is he protected her as well, and she was divinely protected. So I'm not sure how Cassie entered this relationship, if she was having a lot of people hit on her when she was younger or something in the music industry. He like stood as an omen in front of those people. And I know it's hard for you to listen to this because, you know, that camera of grabbing her and pushing her to the floor was horrific. And by the way, I'm not giving an excuse, but also I do want to say, anyone on drugs, it makes you treat people you love in a very bad way. So he really helped her in the relationship, but he also, from his side, he worked on the relationship. He liked them out. He liked the attention, but not from a physical kind of superficial way. It was just like, you know, they were seen as this beautiful couple, probably because she was beautiful and he was powerful, and that was really good. But he did get her some. He really helped her with. I don't know if she hit a big time record. Even behind the scenes, he was kind of mastering something for her. Here we've got hair in stock, very stock, right? Some things, you know, the relationship seemed to, she was very patient in the relationship. It seems like the relationship might have kept her quite isolated at a certain point in time. She really felt the burden of it, like not in terms of like, how can I put this? Not in terms of responsibilities, but I think working on it and trying to hope and, you know, probably for, I do feel like she wanted marriage at some stage, and that just did not pull through. And I think that was also weighing on her. She was having difficulty asking for help, and she was also finding it difficult to let go of someone's expectations, which I presume is him. But more so, she needed to stand up for herself a lot more. But she was trying to be very patient in this relationship. Very strong relationship dynamic. I do think that they were together for quite some time. But as you can see, a lot stronger than what we had with JLO. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I've got another question. I do believe he had love for her. And there's the proof of him defending her, okay, looking after her. I don't think he realized her worth of what she was for him until they broke up. But I think he showered her with a lot of gifts. He was like this serenity kind of lover and dreamer. He was kind of like the protective omen, all right? she did cause him some heartbreak, and I think this was at the end, and then he recognized she was his Queen of Wands, which we got here. It was like a lot of romanticism, a lot of romantic gestures, a lot of like, you know, lusty energy as well. We know this, but there was a lot of like substances involved when he was in a relationship with her. He was defending her, he was protective over her, but at the same time there was fights. And I don't know, this is telling me something as well. The Seven of Cups energy with the seven. She's, yeah, she's the one which we know now. If I've done this before, I'd say she's the one that's going to bring justice to him. She's going to bring the justice right in front of his face, and she did that. But yeah, he, you know, the classic romantic. He wore his heart on his sleeve. I would say he did get broken, like a bit broken, but he was also, the problem with him, what we see here, he was still not healed from something. And he was blocked by indecision, and I think that's why he didn't go to marry her, whether she would have said yes or no. He was really blocked by indecision, and at the same time, there was drugs involved. He also, like I said, he protected her. But I wonder, has there been anything where Cassie said that he might have given her something as well? Like she was also involved in the drugs or some substances regardless. I'm going to take two more cards. He did love her, but again, it just shows the cycle of a bit of toxic energy. He's not over something. And it was like he was her also kind of like this lush daddy that can provide everything financially as well. And he did love her, but he didn't know what love was. It seems like he didn't know what love is. It was like he didn't see it. He didn't see it until the end, and he wasn't appreciating, I want to say, the love she had for him. And I'm going to pull cards on her in a moment. And then I'll get back to anything else in his energy. So 1 second. Told to take that one. Yeah. It's the card that I wanted. Did she love him? She did. She did love him. Okay. I'm going to take this one back because I don't know what it is, but I didn't finish the question. He gave her that stability. He also gave her that door openings. You know what I get with him? I get like meeting him or anything, like meeting him, passing by him is like your one-time ticket. And once you have that ticket, that's it. You've got the fame, you've got whatever you need. That's how powerful he is. And it's kind of like he presented her this whole new life. And I don't mean saga, but he really helped her in the career industry as well. And I don't think she was making that much money when he met her, and he really had the money. She was also, it seems like she was also not seeing things clearly though. And there was a few things that she questioned, but she couldn't see why she was questioning them. She couldn't see, do you know when you're like, I'm not sure about this, but then you think about it, you're like, why am I thinking this way? It's like, it's this, why am I questioning? Or for example, you know, and this is not necessarily the case, you know, when you think someone's cheating on you, you're like, I've just got this feeling, and then maybe you go to the phone and you don't find anything. She had that come up several times, especially when it was talks of, as time went on, in terms of marriage. Why aren't we getting married? And I believe they didn't get married. There's something around that. If they did get married, I don't know why I'm getting this. It could be of like leading up to that part, but I don't think they did, because that's what I'm getting from her. As time went on, she did feel like a queen of wands. She grew into a more a woman, basically, from a child. She used to have like, it seems like at one stage she clicked into being more of a woman. And I think it was at that stage let me get more. Yeah, she's like, so. And as she grew into a woman, I was going to say a mother, interesting. I wonder if she might have got pregnant at one stage and lost the baby, or it was agreed, or he suggested for her to. I wonder if she'd got pregnant and lost a baby. I don't know why that just came to me. That doesn't represent that. It just came to me. And as she became this woman, he was the emperor. So initially he was a king, he was a knight. But as she even stepped up, he was then at the emperor level. And she could see this, what I said. One pass of Diddy, one time with Diddy is your gateway. He can move the chess pieces so easily. No one else has got chess pieces like Diddy. He sits on the throne of that. And I don't mean that in terms of like any of the bad stuff that he's got convictions for. I feel in terms of the industry of really getting you to where you want to be. Like, yes, we know he's famous and powerful, but I can't explain this. This is like, I said it in the first read. I was like, if he says done, and then it's done. Like, you don't have to question, and it's done beyond just normal level of fame. It's like you're kicked to like number 1, number 5 in the charts, right? There is a period of time where she either was called to reflect on something and take some time alone, or she did have a little bit of insight on how powerful Diddy was in the game. And the game can be the industry, whatever it is, okay? 1 or 2 more cards. Too many cards, but I'm interested to see this card. Okay. Too many cards. No, not to take that, but look at the bottom of the deck. Okay. All right, so here, can you see, as she's realized how powerful he is, she's felt really bounded. she's felt really controlled and really attached to him. And then there would be certain times where he'd be, instead of the emperor, he'd be back to, you know, where he was the knight, the romanticizer, offering him her love, really romantic, really showing his heart on his sleeve kind of energy. But it seems like the industry really got hold of him, and he also in turn had, she was very dependent on him, feeling controlled. Told to split the deck of this one. Magician. Can't lie, can you, in the Seven of Cups? I told you, he can do anything, and it's known. He could do anything and it's done. Like she realized this at a certain stage in their relationship, how powerful he was. She knew he was powerful, famous, connected, etc. But it only hit as deeper in the relationship. I'd say about 5 years in, which means that they must have been together for a long time. And when she became a woman, and maybe it was at a time of possibly getting pregnant or losing a baby or something like that, she could really see how powerful he was. Yet he would still have this, wear his heart on his sleeve towards her. Yes. So the love he had for her when he showed her this was genuine. Obviously, he was also toxic, unhealed, and on substances. And there's your confirmation, right? And no excuses for what he's done. It's absolutely disgusting. This is very overpowering, though. Okay. All right. So let's now put that back. I want to ask a couple of questions. Do you know what? I feel like she's the type of woman, like, because she was with him for a while, I have to check how long she was with him for. If he was really frustrated or high rated from someone at work or something, she'd be like, it's cool, I'll take care of it, because she would want to take it on as opposed to someone else being in that firing line. And I don't mean to be eliminated, I don't mean to be fired, but like any reaction, she would be kind of taking it on. I think I said she's a Virgo, isn't she, in the last reading? Let's see the energy. Okay, I've got a question before that. Yeah. Bit of an explicit question, all right? It's a question that I'd cover on members and Patreon. Did he ever get other men or people to have activity and understand what activity on Patreon, no filter, on YouTube filter, while he watched? And the answer is yes. Do you know there's some sick men that do that really get high on that kind of stuff for the watching their wife with another man? Okay, the next one is, he did an apology, didn't he? Oh, you know what I want to say? I want to say, when Diddy has realized what he's done, and he's in remorse, or he's really had that awakening, you're gonna see his face, if he's alive, you're gonna see his face very different, and you're gonna see it in his eyes. What do I mean by that? I don't mean that his face, you're gonna suddenly see like a facelift or something. No, you're just gonna be like, he looks different. And that moment, remember I've said it, is when he has realized and he is on his healing. Okay, I wonder if I need to look at his mother. I've just remembered that was coming into, as I said that, remember, Spirit reminded me about his mother in the read prior to this part 3. So let's look at the energy of the apology. The apology was genuine, okay? The apology he did for Cassie was genuine. Okay, so another question on that apology. I'm taking this top one. Okay, he did understand how bad what he did for what he apologized. He did understand how bad it was. Because I was wondering if he did understand. Okay, now let's see another reason. I've got the card I wanted, but get another one. Oh yeah, he did do it also for selfish reasons. Okay, he did do that apology for selfish reasons as well. So I want to ask one more card, one more question on that. Told to take that. Okay. No, he definitely, he had a dual reason of obviously a selfish reason, but I got a yes in terms of a genuine, like it wasn't kind of like I'm going to do it for selfish reasons, but yeah, what I did, man, was bad. No, he felt like he generally, his apology did have genuinity behind it. And I think some people are going to be like, no, he never, but I'm getting it. You've seen how many times I've pulled cards. Okay, 1 second. Okay, hang on while I just focus on my 2 questions. He did feel like Cassie's complaint, okay, was a big thing. It's not like, the reason I asked this because I'm wondering, did he feel like Cassie's was like nothing in comparison to bigger fish he's got to fry? No, he actually felt like Cassie is a big fish. Like it's not one to just play around with. And I've got that confirmation here as well. Although there might be bigger fish to fry, he took it seriously with Cassie. He didn't like be like, it wasn't like, oh, I feel like there's bigger fish to fry than this complaint, I'm just going to pay it off. No, he took it seriously. Oh. Too many cards. Ooh, flyer. Okay, here we go. How does Cassie feel at the moment? Karma's got you. You know, karma is what you do, what you sow will come back to you. Okay, you will react what comes back to you. I do think that might be some international kind of finances and paper trail. This is a separate download I'm getting that might have been a bit sloppy, that they could also get him on, but it doesn't only include him. It's like, I think they all do a lot of this kind of like moving the money around. I am getting that could be coming up a bit of a sloppy paper trail. So in her current energy, she's like, karma's come for him. I'm going to let justice do the work. I'm moving peacefully on. I'm a mother. This is what I want to work on. But she also feels for some reason like she totally doesn't want to be involved. She's totally blocking this. She's like, that's it. Justice can take care of it. I'm a mother. This is what I'm working on. This is my focus. You know, my family life right now. And I don't want to see anything else because it's a bit haunting. At the same time, she feels a bit stuck between a rock and a hard place at certain times. Because of heartbreak she's faced in the past, because of, you know, probably, I feel like this is where she's faced stuff in the past and it's kind of like coming back to affect her, you know, like, I don't necessarily, it could be post-traumatic stress disorder. I feel that that's when she's having her wobbly days. I also feel like there's something she knows that she doesn't want to rehatch or open because it could hurt her, but it could also add to the tower moment of Diddy. But she would have to be involved in that, and it's a loss. It's quite hard on her heart. I just saw the world at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's of the past. It is of the past, and it keeps coming back to her. She'll keep, you know, she tries to move forward, and then she has her days where she gets stuck in this. So there's something extra here. Let's just check where we are, because I've got a couple of Kim K questions to do if we've got time. And if not, then I'm going to do a separate read on Kim K, because I feel like I got her energy. Let's just check. Okay, so it's already pretty long read, but let's see what question I can take up additionally in this. So let's go to the questions. And I'm also going to do a read on Jay-Z, and that's, I've got yes here. So does Kim P think Diddy will X himself? Interesting, because I kind of covered that. I had a download of that yesterday, and I said what I think. And what tarot, I'm getting called to this. So she thinks that it could be a high chance that he would if something doesn't go in his way. There's something here that tells me he could be transported from the current place he's in to another place. Is he already in prison or jail, or is he? I thought he should be in jail and then he goes to prison. Anyway, there's somewhere that he could be transported, and during that time of those talks or the transportation and the movement and arrival there, that's when there's a high likely that he might X himself here, as he sees things not going his way. Okay. Remember, this is Kim Porter. Okay. And the second question is actually what I wanted to do. You know what? I feel like she had real love for him, and I feel like he did too. But at one stage, she felt like he was his enemy, like she'd had enough. Like, that's the energy I get of it. And I don't think he's ever got over her, and I think that's where, you know, things keep coming up. So okay, I'm going to change my question. So there is an accident in her Xing, in her unaliving, okay? I'm going to ask something specific. I'm getting told to pull from another deck. She wants another deck, and I don't know what deck she wants. Okay, so she did have pneumonia when she passed away. That would have been that would have been there. Okay, let me just see if there's an involvement though. Okay, I know a lot of you would want straight up they were involved, and the reason I'm doing it this way, because I think there is an intricacy here. Okay, and also if you say, well, did these people X her? They could have done stuff to lead up to her passing in a couple of days, you know, but she's just passed because of things that she's been taken and then the pneumonia. So that's the kind of stuff we have to be careful with whereas psychically or tarot readers, you might just get your answer that you want, but it's trying to pinpoint the right question. So okay, was other people involved? I get a no. Was Diddy possibly involved? I get a yes, and a woman. And I think Cassie knows. I think Cassie might know a woman was involved. Allegedly, disclaimer. Okay. I think it's someone in the industry, okay, also involved, all right? They've got very strong hands in the industry, and I think she was given something, okay? And at the same time, she might have had a flu or something. There is pneumonia, there is flu in her system, but it wasn't a death that would have been just simply by health or pneumonia. I'm getting that very strongly. Diddy knows. Diddy's knows, involved with this person. He knows. It could have also been someone of a medical practitioner that came to visit. And like I said, I feel like something could have been brewing over a couple of days that leads to just simply someone expiring. You know, when it eats at you and then you've got pneumonia, it's not well, something possibly toxic. And I feel like she might have had medical attention at one stage at home. So I don't know if she was. And that could have been the woman. But there's dynamics here beyond Diddy. But he knows absolutely. So many major arcanas. Let's just put something. I just want to check something else. Told to look at the bottom of the deck. I think the orders come from Diddy. I think Diddy knows what happened. Diddy was not the person who administrated or gave this thing. He's kind of like discussed it with someone higher in the industry that is very powerful. And this could be like the people that are involved with his crappy stuff he's doing that are hiding. But he did kind of say, we need to do, like, he gave the go. Do you understand what I mean? He gave the go. And I think some of this happened at her home that led to, I mean, she might have been found at home, but what she was given or what was done was, I don't think it was immediate. That's what I'm trying to say. It started with someone doing it at home. And I think it's the split the deck. I think it, yeah, Four of Pentacles. I think it was, there's a woman involved as well. There's a woman involved as well. Okay, so that's what we've got. I get OCD about confirming these things because I just can't fathom it. Like, but how many times have I just confirmed it? You can see, and I've asked the questions so directly, so neatly to get to the bottom of it. So that's what I have. Let's just ask another question. Yeah. She was, you know, Kim Porter was actually frightened that Diddy would do something on her life, or her life would be threatened because of Diddy. I think she felt like someone was watching her from Diddy's camp when they split up. So she was scared when they split up. Okay, so that's your questions, everyone. Please give this a like, follow, subscribe. If you're a member on Patreon, make sure you check your latest posts and also where you need to comment. And look out for the next one. Take care of yourselves. I think I've got all the questions answered now. Bye for now.